Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to the episode of Let's Build a City. Last episode, we started building a very basic plan for our extended slums area. That's what we call it, but it's basically like a very low density residential zone, if you like, where it's very small houses. Maybe they're troublemakers. The poorer people of the city, you know, the further sort of west you go, the more well off the people are. You know, we've got these nice houses up there, we've got the really nice beach side, but over this side it's a little bit overgrown. The cars are a lot cheaper, you know, they're sort of rust bucket vehicles. We've got the gun store and these sort of old derelict parks and stuff. And I want to expand our Grove Street area, our Grove Street clone, to here, so we have a load more houses. Now what's going to be really fun is I'm not going to plan out these buildings at all. We're going to just place some shapes and then build houses from those shapes, because we know that they don't need to be big. They could be any shape, pretty much any block. You know, we can have brick houses. What, my caps lock is always on. We can have this clay, we can have that clay, we can have this clay, maybe even a brown clay for like a little bungalow. What else do we use around here? We can use sandstone. That one. And the other. Oh, it's the chain of the bike going. I can hear it. I was like, what on earth is that? And then for the roofs, we can basically use any different slab instead that we want. But we won't worry about the roofs at the moment. So, also, some of you noticed that these roads are sort of, you know, 1, 2, 3 blocks in the middle and 1, 2, 3 blocks. And these ones that we planned out, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's not enough room for 2 cars to pass each other. I know. That's what I want. You know, in these sort of areas, sometimes the roads aren't wide enough and you sort of got to go up onto the curb to let other cars pass and stuff. That's the sort of feeling, the sort of squished up feeling that I want to try and get out of this. So, let's start placing some blocks. Let's have something like... It's really quite loud in my ears. I'm going to have to turn the sound down. So there's one. Let me turn my volume down. A little bit more. That's better. I don't want to deafen myself by the end of the episode. And then we'll have one here. Now, I don't know even if these houses are going to be bungalows or not. We're just literally placing down some different shaped houses. Maybe that's a little small. Maybe I should make it more that sort of size. We'll have another one here. Trying to stay as creative as you can with the sizes and the depths and the shapes and stuff. Let's have one like that. Okay. We'll have one at the end. I want as many as I can possibly fit. Like, as many as we can. This one can have maybe a little bit of a driveway. We can go sort of back out here. Maybe not too much of a driveway. Like that. Impossibly small houses for us to sort of furnish out. I mean, I suppose you could have like a little kitchen area there and a little sort of living space there, and then upstairs have a couple of bedrooms or something like that. But I'm not really bothered about... I don't like the brown. I'm not really bothered about the insides of it. As long as we can make them look like houses on the outside, I'm cool with that. Have one like that. It's a bit of a bigger one. Let's turn these shaders off as well. It's a little bit bright in my eyes. So we got like 5 houses here already and loads of room remaining. We tried to make this... I want to make this as dense as possible. Really, really dense. Let's have a sort of larger one here. Maybe it sort of goes... We have a little bit of a driveway on the side of this one, so the house can come this way a little bit more. So lots of L shapes, T shapes. Try to stay away from squares. Like just doing a square building. They never really, in my opinion, look that great. You know, even if you just have like, oops, a little kick in, that'll be fine. Have one like that. One up here. Do I want one there? No, I'm going to leave that one there. Maybe we can have like a little bit of a grass. I'm just going to put some grass down to remind me that that'll be like almost like a little miniature park. It'll just sort of be a little bit of a field or a meadow, or maybe even a derelict one, like a burnt down house. I sort of like, I want to park there. Maybe we should do like a burnt down one. Maybe using that brown that we had earlier. And we just do sort of a ruins of a house. So let's just do the shape of it first. Something like that. How cool does that sound? That's a little bit more specialised. We'll have to think a little bit harder on how exactly we're going to do that. But we'll give it a go. That's too small. I'm going to have to leave that area blank. It's too small to get a house in. I could make the burnt down one bigger. We might have to. I don't know. Here. Way too small. These are almost like good starter home sized houses for survival mode, aren't they? They're not far off that sort of size that you'd want. It's quite a large one. And then we've just got like 3 or 4 going down here. Let's try and bring this one out a bit more at the back. But a small one, like that. Just sort of a deeper one. Have another brick one. Bit of a T going underneath the bridge here. This is where it starts getting darker. We want to sort of keep the houses lower underneath the bridge. We've got quite a fair bit of headroom. And then one more. Wow, very dark here. Very, very dark. I can hardly see. I think that should be good. Alright, that will work out, hey? What do you think of that? And they're all built up. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I want to... this needs to be used with something. Maybe we just fill it with trees. We were saying just the other episode how we don't have trees about. And this is the perfect space just to fill with a tiny wooded area. There's a similar wooded area quite near to me. Actually, quite near to where I work. Where you just go down the road and there's just like this random miniature forest. You can see through to the other side. It's like not deep at all. It's only like 4 trees deep. But it's quite... quite weird to have right in the middle of a residential area. I suppose they're having it there for when they want to expand and stuff. Alright, so let's mark out some doors. We'll have a door there. We'll have a door there. We'll have a door there. Maybe on that one instead. We'll have a door there. 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 The door was there until it burnt down. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. Okay. This is going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to keep the doors nice and small as well. Do we have the doors small on these, or are they 2x2s? Oh, they are 2x2s on these houses. Or one. Either 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we can do a mix. It's nice. Get some variation. So we'll have a 1 there. We'll have a 1. So this is gonna. I think this is going to be the easiest way. We'll have a 2 here. To get a nice sort of difference between all of the buildings. And it's a good way to set it up by just working a little bit at a time on them, getting these sort of set parts in first. Let's do a double one on there. That's the parky bit. And that one. Just ignoring this one for the moment. We might not even get round to building all of these. Certainly probably not the burnt down one. Maybe we'll have to do our sort of almost its own special episode or like a half episode on it. Make that double one. And that one. And a double one here. Okay, cool. So, oops, there's all the doors in. And I think now what we're going to do is we're going to build all of the walls up to the correct height. Either a 1-story or a 2-story. And then we sort of break the windows out afterwards almost. So we'll put the first floor down like this first. We need to get creative with the roofs. We don't want all of the buildings just to be 2 stories with a normal roof on top. That would just be dull. Instead, we'll do more interesting things. Like there, we'll leave it that height, but then this part will come up higher. So we'll go sort of around. I'm going to have to go up there and then put like a flat roof on it, I think. Or partially flat roof, maybe. Because of the bridge. But I sort of like the approach of not thinking too hard about these buildings. Just sort of let them flow. We'll have a little bungalow here. On this level. I might need to go one block up high when we do the roof, but this is just going to give us an idea on size and scale. So I really like the idea of having this section that we're building here being a one-story on this building. And then going up like that. Maybe even like a one-story part on the entrance part as well. That could be cool. I think this is roughly the height that we need as well. I don't know if it's going to be one block too high, one block too low. But we're going to be roughly on where we need. No, I'm going to go all the way up. I was thinking about having the one-story idea on this part, but I don't like that. I'm just trying to think ahead. And there. I have to go up there on that one. Okay, I think I'm going to cut away and do these other ones, get them sort of all at different heights and designs, and then we'll be back, okay? Just finishing off the impossibly dark shadow house. They would spend so much money on electricity just to see us crazy. Okay, so this is what we've got, okay? As you can see, a few different bungalows, different houses. Some have like little sticky out parts. Some are just solid all the way up. And it gives a nice difference. Now what we need to do is we need to go around all of the houses and work out where the peaks of the roofs are going to be. So, for example, I know that that's going to be there and there, so we can place stairs on that one. On here, we'll have that one and this one. Now, this basically comes with experience of playing the game and doing these kind of buildings. There's no real easy way to determine where these are going to go. It's just trial and error. And just give it a go. So I'm just placing down some random ones about. Keep the blocks the right ones. So we'll have that one and this one. Have some with these, some without. Like that one. This is all too big really to have one. I could have one on this side, but it would go so high for a bungalow. It's insane. And we also want some that are just flat roofed as well, or at least have partial flat sections of roof. So I'll have a big one on this one. The house, I think, can take a large sort of peak on there. That's the burnt down one. This one on here is a nice, simple dual triangle there. Same as this one is a nice, simple bricked one. There and there. Nice square ones you see here on these sections. On here, we need to have that. And then I think these buildings are low enough that I can do these like mini peaks. That one might change. I don't know yet on this belt. And then under here, the dark impossible one. See, that's quite tall. I think I'll go with it though. At least on there and there. And then this one, I'm going to have to do a flat roof because of the bridge that's there. Okay, so now we've done that, we can poke the windows out whenever. But I think what we need to do on some of the buildings is just put in a little foundation. A slight different, colour change on some of them. Just to subtly give a little bit of difference between them. So the way that we can do that is I can say, I don't know, this one right here. We'll grab our wand. And we'll go that one. And here, that block is 159. Replace 159 with, I don't know, sandstone. And it just changes that one up a little bit. Here can be a darker one. So that is 172 with 159.7. Replace 172 with 159.7. Oops, 7. So darker one on there. This only has to be a few different ones. This isn't like all of them. Sort of every 3 or something like that. Replace brick with cobble. That's not cobble. I want like a cobbly-like texture. That'll do. Stone brick, yeah. Oops. Cobble with stone brick. There we go. Awesome. So now that we've got those bits in, I think that's enough of those, isn't it? Enough of the differentiate. Maybe on that one. That one looks like it's too plain. Very bland colour, isn't it? So that one to that one. Normal clay. And that block is this one here. 159.8. 159.8 with clay. Okay, cool. Now we can put the roofs on, or we can do the windows. It doesn't really matter what order we do this in. I could poke the windows in off camera. So yeah, let's get some roof blocks then. Let's clear our inventory. Let's go with stairs. Now we'll want those ones, we'll want those ones, we'll want those ones, and we'll want those ones. And we'll do the slab equivalents. So we want that one, that one, that one, and that one. And I don't think I want to line any of these edges with quartz. That's a very sort of more expensive looking style. So I don't think we'll do that. Okay, and then we just sort of match them up. So we'll have this, oops, this one on here. This is a bit of a long job. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of them done this episode. I might sort of do 2 or 3. And we'll have it going down there, I think. We'll wrap this around. Now, these houses are so small and simple that I don't think we need to stick too much to our normal execution of roofs, where we do all the peaks first and then sort of go around. These are so small and simple that I think all of you guys are skilled enough to be able to follow along with this sort of thing. I mean, they just line up, don't they? It's not a hard one. Like that. And along here. And this one. Because they're nice and small, they don't really take that long to do. But when you've got like 13 or so houses, it does sort of stack up. Okay, so there's that one done. A little bit of detail and stuff that we'll need to do on the houses after. The houses aren't exactly done, are they? But the shape of them are there. Boom. And there's one. I think that'll blend in quite nice to the surrounding area. Okay, let me do just a few of these, and I'll be back. You know, this is one of the most therapeutic things I think I've done on this series. I am enjoying doing these little houses so much because they're all different. They're all a slightly different shape. You've all got a slightly different roof. And you just have to use a tiny bit of creativity. It's not too much thinking. You don't have to overthink nothing. But you don't really place blocks. Well, I just placed the block wrong. But you don't usually like do whole sort of sections wrong and have to sort of strip them back out. It's really nice. I'm really, really enjoying this. I could do this all day. I'm not going to be able to because I've got other things to do. But I could just build these tiny little houses all day and just like cover the entire city on them. Well, it's good to know that in the future, if I need to build more little houses, I don't have to sort of worry about not enjoying doing it. This is great. If you haven't tried this, do. Just build some little shapes, do some little different heights and sections. Build like a little village. Like as like a little day project, you know, on summer holidays or your half term. Do a little modern village. Because these are the perfect sized houses to do. And then wrap around here. Put that right down there. And then you go bloop, 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 bloop. I always leave this bit to last. It's my favourite bit is doing the upside down stairs. I don't know why. I've always enjoyed it ever since I started doing it. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright. Awesome. I mean, there's the houses that we've got so far, the roofs that we've got on. That's the only house that I'm not a fan of at the moment. I think it's the roof is what does it. Maybe when we get the windows in and some shutters, we'll sort of take it away. We do have a similar sort of house over there, though, like that one. But I've done the roof in a slightly different way, so maybe I'll have to do that style roof over there to make it work. I don't know yet. But yeah, look at these. Now, the buildings look really weird because they don't have any windows in them. There's just something eerie about that. But if you sort of take them as a standalone building, imagine that there's windows. Do your hardest to imagine that there's windows on there. If you scaled that up, you'd get like a house that we have like over there, but it's just a scaled down version. This one's a lovely little scaled down version of a house. I mean, you'd have a window in here. You'd have a little window, like a little double window in there. You sort of get like a miniature reversed Simpsons house. I mean, look at that. And that's what we're going to do for the windows. It's like one little bloop, bloop, bloop. Just like that on them. And this one have one, oops, yeah, a little double one there. And this one, a double one, one on the side, one there, one there. Like, that's as simple as we're gonna, you know, it's crazy, crazy simple. Oh, there's, oops, wrong one. There's a blokes missing. There we go. Good, got that one too. There. And then we'll have that one, and that one, and that one, and then move it over so it's on that one. You see? And then we'll fill them up with glass. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there though. This is going to look really cool. Once all the houses are built up, we'll finish it all off next episode. We'll then got to sort of do some greenery, some bushes and plants, and overgrown some areas. Sort of fence them off in property lines and stuff. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.